YouTubers. Hey YouTubers, it's me, Zipster. Look what I got today. Check it out. Yeah, you can't really see what it says, but okay, I'll tell you. It says, delivery or carry out. Let me tell you the story, alright? So, I'm driving around today, me and Ginger, we're doing our errands and stuff. Man, this is all whacked out. Me and Ginger are doing our errands and stuff, and I went by the old pizza shop where I used to work out, right? So I saw the car sitting out front, and it used to be this guy that I used to work with there, but then he moved somewhere, and I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But I recognized this car, so I pulled in, and I'm like, hey, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, they made me the general manager of this place. So I'm like, oh, man, that's so cool. Back where he started, blah, blah, blah. Then he says, don't you want to put in a couple of hours, you know? And I said, no. And he's like, aren't you bored, like, now that you're not working? Don't you get bored? And I'm like, I don't get that bored. But anyway, so, yeah, this is the official hat, but I put a duct tape over it and put Jack on it so I can't get sued by the company, because I'm going to tell you a couple of secrets, okay? And this is for you people who order any kind of food that gets delivered to your door, or probably even in restaurants. I don't know how that goes, but let me tell you. Okay, you think, oh, well, they have so many customers, they're not going to remember if I tipped them or not. Bullshit. We totally remember when we don't get tipped. And I remember when I used to work there, okay? This is why I had to cover this, because, man, they would so sue my pants. Okay, so when I used to work there, like, if I would answer the phone and I would recognize that name and address came up, and it was like, that S.O.B., I'm going to do all this, drive all the way out to his house, and he's going to give me 12 cents. So I started taking, like we always had, Elmer's glue around, you know, to like stick, you know, coupons to the boxes and stuff like that. So I would start just layering a thin layer of glue over top of their pizza dough before we would sauce it, you know. And then eventually it developed into, you know, I started calling them the Glueman, you know, whoever didn't tip. So I would just change all their names in the computer. Their last name would always be Glueman. And some of them were like, Glueman, because whenever she would call on the phone, everything was like, So everybody had like little nicknames. But I remember one day a new guy answered the phone, and when you type in the phone number, the name and the address pops up. So this guy's typing in the phone number, and I hear him say, oh, hello, Mrs. Glueman. I'm like, oh my God. But okay, so if I wasn't there to make the pizza sometimes, and I wasn't the only one who did this, I'm just warning you, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I would, as I was driving over to their house, I'd open the box and I'd flip a little bit of cigarette ash right on their pizza, and it wouldn't hurt them or anything, but it would just give me some kind of sense of pleasure for them being such tightwads that they're sitting at home either eating glue or cigarette ashes or whatever. But anyway, pretty cool sign, huh? I really like it. I'm going to keep it on 24/7. I actually thought about putting it in my window facing out, but I think there's some kind of ordinance against that. Anyway, so that's all for today, but I just wanted to warn you. Tip your delivery drivers, or you never know what's going to be in your pizza. Thank you.